The Object 268 version 4 is a Tier 10 Russian collector tank destroyer, a vehicle known for its frontal capabilities and big ol' alpha. And at Update 9.1, has this vehicle changed in any way? A lot of people consider this tank an extremely overpowered vehicle, down to the fact that its armor is so incredibly strong. And in certain ways, it is really good. I would say for the average player, this is a tank that you can get away with a lot of things. It's kind of like the IS-7 of tank destroyers, and that's why it actually performs pretty similar to the IS-7 statistically. But at the same time, in Update 9.1, we got vehicles like the TVP, we got vehicles like the AMX-50B, the 4005, that all are a heck of a lot deadlier with how fast they can get their shells out, how much damage they can output with a clip. So here's what I'll say. I think clippers are a really big threat to a vehicle like the Object 268 version 4. Also, tank destroyers are a very big threat, especially vehicles like the 268 and vehicles like the T110E3 that got an alpha increase. I see that as a direct nerf to a vehicle like this, because the more alpha you have rolling around on the battlefield is the more opportunities to just nuke this tank. It is a tank destroyer, and because you're a frontline TD, you have the opportunity to bleed a lot of health very quickly if something gets your side. So if a 268 shoots you for 680 health, then it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt a lot. You're going to lose a third of your HP in a single shell. In fact, over a third. So I do see that this tank did get a little nerfed, a shadow nerf, should I say, in Update 9.1. The vehicle itself did not get changed in any way, but the fact that there are vehicles now that have more damage in their clips, the fact that there are vehicles that got their clips out faster, and all the other things, I do see this vehicle as slightly worse in that regard. But overall, I mean, this tank is known for one thing, and that is its frontal capabilities, and I don't really see the frontal protection changing too much in Update 9.1 for this vehicle. The only problem is that its camo is really bad, and as you're going to see here, I'm going to try and sit in this bush, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be detected or not. Yeah, I am. Wow, that camo value is just so bad on this vehicle. We do have the Yo off to the side, though. I am going to aim it on him. We can't pen an HE, but you know what? Okay. That's another problem with the 268 version 4 right there. It carries the worst accuracy, I would say, like, for a tier 10 now. Actually, yeah, after the 183 got nerfed, this is basically about as bad as it gets when it comes to accuracy. Now, we got a bounce there. The problem is I really just don't know what to do in this game. I'm kind of stuck here. That grill will probably shoot me. I mean, we do have the 60. There you go. Nice shot into the 60. Now let's start backing up towards that grill. I think if you back up like this, then we sort of go this way and keep on backing up, we actually might be able to do okay. But, yeah, this is just a weird game. I gotta be real. Let's start pushing off to the side of this Yo and over towards the side of the 60 TP as well. I'm hoping that the Yo does not tunnel me, but you never know what's gonna happen. Let's aim in a shell and boop, there you go. Nice 673 tap. Now, when it comes to the V4's armor, it's good. Don't get me wrong, but there are a lot of weaknesses on it. One of them is like, you know, a Yag Tiger on my side. So this is here a situation of just this tank kind of falling apart. So let's get a shell into him. Now we gotta angle towards the Yag Tiger as well, and the Yo. Oh boy, this is not very fun. I mean, we're getting bounces, don't get me wrong. I'm getting a lot of bounces, but at the same time, I am not very healthy anymore, and that is not good. Let's go for another shell into that Yo. Ooh, nice. 750 max roll right there. We do have the 60 up top as well. I'm gonna, yeah. This is a good example, actually, to showcase the real duality of the 268 version 4. It's an amazing tank, don't get me wrong. There are many situations where you can put it into incredible areas that you just can't be penetrated. But at the same time, there are also games like this, when you're dealing with two people, and the moment you deal with two people, you're basically gone. I was worried that that 60 might drive over B and shoot me. I was worried about the Yag Tiger in the back, and I was worried about that Yo. Now, sure, I mean, our team was pretty bad, let's be real. They fell apart incredibly fast, but this here is the perfect example I have used time and time again to showcase why I personally believe this is not an overpowered tank. I mean, we did okay, and we probably did somewhere top on our team. As you can see, I mean, look at our team. They did atrocious, but this is a very good example of the problem I've always had with the V4. It's the fact that you don't have a turret, and you don't have a lot of mobility. You don't have the best DPM because you can only put all that DPM on one person. For example, let's pretend I'm in a T22 medium. The T22 has great armor. It's also got 3,500 DPM with rammer. It's also got great frontal protection with the turret. This tank doesn't have any of those attributes. The only thing it has is the ability to kind of just deal with heavies. But in a game like that, on Vineyards, where the heavies are in a situation that you really can't counter them in, the mediums are across the map. If you try to shoot them at all, you'll be spotted and shot. what are you supposed to do? And that's the real problem with this tank, is that when it gets out of its comfort zone, it's dead. It just instantly dies. Don't get me wrong, I think the V4 is a great tank. There are situations where I do believe it is pretty OP, and you can deal with enemy tanks that are running rammer, or just a Chieftain Mark 6 and IS-7 that literally can't pen you. But at the same time, there are so many situations where you get just stuck out in the open and you're kind of just done. So let's aim in on this 704, and boom, there you go. Nice tap for 746. And with that, I mean, this guy's a goner. We got a yo, he's going to fire the second shell, and is he gonna kill him? There you go. I was like, huh? But yeah, that 704 put himself in a really bad spot. Because of that, we got a nice chunk of damage off of him. Now we're gonna continue pushing over the hill. Let's see what we can do here. So we got the 57 heavy in mid. And, oh, there you go. There's the Sheribadan. Boop. Oh, that's a low roll. 582. 690 average damage. We roll 580. That's pretty lame, I gotta be real. So let's start heading over towards the 57 heavy. Now I do gotta be careful, because this tank has the ability to pen my armor quite easily. So I don't want to obviously just be buttered through, but let's get a nice pen into his vehicle, and well, yeah, he did the same mistake the 704 did, which was put himself alone in a situation where he has no support from his team. And it looks like, okay, I was gonna say I thought this yo was behind this door here, but I guess I am mistaken. So I'm gonna continue pushing over towards, oh, okay, could you please move? No? Okay, I guess this is my life. Alright, you just keep on chilling there. Alrighty then. Let's see, they got 4 more tanks left. We know the Sheridan's not too healthy, and it looks like most of their team is right over here. See, this is an example of a game that's not too bad. I mean, we've done our job so far. Let's get a shell into the 4005 and reload. Ooh, 4005 just got nuked. That player's gone. All that's left apart from him is the Sheridan, which is going to run away. Honestly, I can't blame him, but he's not going to run very far. We're going to drive right over this hill, and badonk. There you go. That's a nice roll. I guess the low roll we had on him earlier kind of made up just now, so that's a pretty beefy shot. All that's left is the IS-4 off to the side. Not exactly sure if he's just going to plan on sitting there. I have no clue, but he is backing up now. Okay, so let's see if we can get a shell into the IS-4. Oh, he's just going for it. Okay, then. I don't know if I'm going to be able to shoot this guy, if I'm real. Let's go. No. Yes, we got 100 damage. I fired an HE, and I mean, I guess 100 damage is better than nothing. I honestly should have just waited, because I would have done more. But this was a better game. We did 3,500 damage. We did okay, but was the version 4 overpowered in this game? No. Everything I did, I could have done with a 268. And that's really all I wanted to end off today's video with. Personally, I've never believed the version 4 is a truly overpowered tank. And now that there are other vehicles like the E3 and Object 268 that have the ability to have the same alpha basically with more mobility or more armor with hull down capabilities, I just feel that there's no real reason to want this tank. Why would you grind this when you have an E3 at your disposal? Why would you play this in the back of the map when you could run a 268? So, personally, I think that, yeah, it's a good tank. Don't get me wrong. There are people out there that probably really enjoy spamming this. But for me, I don't see it as something all too crazy. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. But other than that, I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.